They let us broadcast live to a lot of different things now.
Welcome to Sideline to Baseline. We are here. We are back. Sideline to Baseline with MB and K. Lou. And you see your girl over there looking
Brown sugar.
Just
Brown
looking,
sugar.
just looking as good as you want to look to somebody.
Brown sugar, baby. Brown sugar.
Y'all too much. Y'all
We
too
love
much.
our Shelly. I tell you what, she is so awesome, man. She's a ball of wisdom. If you guys don't know, now you know. Because K. Lou co-signed.
He telling the truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
So man, we're gonna kick off and do our famous recap. A Friday show, man. You missed another good man. I think it was two Hall of Famers and two potential Hall of Famers on the show. True. It was just crazy. And then you had guys who were great players in the NFL.
Yeah.
And they all said the same thing about one guy. Amazing. They all said he was the reason. Yeah. And that blew me out of the water, MB.
No doubt. And that's why we wanted to do it on him, because a lot of people sleeping on him. They sleeping on Curtis C.J. Johnson, man. This dude is outstanding. And I remember when we was with the Giants, K. Lou, and Daryl Jones, who was on the show, our teammate. And I was just talking to him because Daryl was hanging out with us when he came to the Giants. And living with us, and for some reason we was talking about Curtis. We got on Curtis Johnson, and I remember. Let me rewind a little bit. I remember when Ernie Corsi, he was our general manager at the Giants, and he made it. And somebody asked, "Well, why you select a dude from Miami? You know, like 6 rounds. Like I think Daryl was a backup." And he said these words. He said, "If I'm gonna take a chance, I'm gonna take a chance on somebody from Miami."
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And so when I see that, Daryl came in and he played for us that year. You know, he came in and did some good things for us, but special teams and whatnot. And I mean, but to hear Daryl talk about CJ and how CJ prepared him, that was the first time that I got woke, you know, to who CJ was all about. And then when I used to go down there and train in the summer, and I would see this cat outside training with us, running the 110s with us, doing the same workout. And then on top of that, I would see him have his girls in the sun out there training with us too. And I was like, who is this guy? And so he always just stood out to me and just the stuff he said. And then, man, when you look at his resume, when you look at the receivers or the people that he was able to put his DNA on, man, it's like, wow. You know, you see Santana. Santana said, man, I've been in the league, man. Ain't nobody taught me I'm living off what they taught me. Remember what they said? Hey, look, coach, I got this. Just you don't mess up with our.
No, that's what Richard Wade told his coach in Indianapolis.
Right. They said the same thing. And then Andre. I mean, just we had the after the show, right?
Oh man.
And they say, man, I wish Andre would have answered that question, why CJ the greatest, because they were saying with Dre, man, Dre one day got hit, the ball hit him in the back of the head. Like he was just, you know, he developed so much night and day with the work he put in. And remember, I said this, that when I talked to CJ's agent, CJ told me his agent said, like, he said Dre right from the beginning was going to be a top 5 pick. Like he saw it in Dre. Dre had the athleticism, but he needed to refine it. But that's the thing about CJ. One of his coaching philosophy is, if you fail, he fail. And he's all in. You know, it's like failure is not an option. And so just to hear all those guys, like Ted Ginn, like the way he challenged those guys, man, like he wasn't afraid to coach those guys. He challenged those guys. And sometimes the worst enemy of great is good. And he would let them settle on being good or being average. He challenged those guys to be great. You know, he pushed those guys. He would never let them get comfortable. And that's the thing, man, that you see why that man he was one of the reasons why those guys are so successful. And then what Marshall Falk said, I wanted to go choke Coach E. I love Coach E, but Coach E, I want to choke you.
Dennis Erickson, baby.
I want to choke you, Coach E. You know you're my boy. I love you, but I want to choke you.
Hold on.
We could have Marshall Falk.
So you telling me Bennett wasn't no dog?
Hey, I love Donnell Bowlhead Bennett, but man, Donnell will let you know. Hey, Marshall Falk on a whole different level. I'm telling you, he's on. Hey, listen, we had some bad jokers, but we ain't have nobody like Marshall Falk. Not in my time. Now we had Steve McGraw, who was a bruiser, and we had some big dude, James Stewart. We had some guys come along, Leonard Conley. But trust me, ain't nobody was like Marshall Falk. Now
he wasn't good.
Guys that came like Clinton Portis, Edgerrin James, Frank Gore, Willis McGahee.
That's different.
Roll call, right?
No,
they're on that level, but still market.
No, not damn one of them. You just name it on that level. I'm sorry, I know them, your brothers and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be the voice of reason on here. I done told you that. Ain't nothing on that level.
Marshall Falk, that dude. Marshall Falk, the best of the best. Those guys I mentioned, some of those guys, Hall of Fame players in their own right. But remember, you and I talked about if they had another hall for the best of the best.
To be in that one.
Marshall Falk, hands down, is in the other hall.
Yeah.
He's in the best of the best hall, right?
Yeah.
He's on a whole new level.
Yeah.
That dude, man. So I want, man, if Coach E was there, I would have choked. Oh man, I would choke. I mean, they said spank your elders, but Coach E, how can you tell Marshall Falk he can't play running back?
He ain't good enough, man. He wasn't good enough to come to Miami and play and told to no.
What? That's crazy. Hey, they sleeping on him. They obviously a lot of people slept on him. But the thing is, man, we had to go target at you. Now I see why that Joe was running hard. Man, that Joe running hard like he trying to run down an ice cream truck when he playing Caleb. I was like, this Joker can run around you and he can run through you. And he wasn't big, but he was tough, man. He was arguably one of the toughest players that I faced. And now I see why. We don't need to give that dude no extra bulletin board material. But man, but just what he said was so real, right? And how he talked about him and CJ relationship. And man, K-Lou, I mean, for him to say, man, his dad died on a recruiting trip.
Yeah, that was deep.
That was deep.
That was deep.
And then how he said CJ was there for him.
Yeah.
And then how he said he had to basically go to school early and he didn't have nothing but $200 to his name. And all his clothes in his bag. And he's another dude, inner city, like failure ain't an option. Caleb, right? Man, hey, first of all, you did a great job. That little bite. What they call that talk? They talk. What's the talk that dialect they talk?
I don't know what it's called. Creole, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Pull up there, boy. Pull up, boy. You did pull up, boy. Good Lord. Holla at whatever they say, man. Caleb, you killed it, bro. Hey, great job, man. You killed it, boy.
I appreciate it.
Hey, you sound one of like those South Florida Geechees, though. You sound like a Geechee talk. Boy, I'm a Geechee. I'm Florida Geechee. I got Bajans and I'm from South Florida. We call that Geechee where you eat rice every day. I'm a straight up Geechee. Now, I hope that ain't an offensive term because I'm calling myself a Geechee. Anytime you say you're a Geechee.
That definitely ain't
Renee know about those Geechees. Hey, Renee, that South Carolina boy. Hey,
right.
From Barbados, that island over there, a lot of Bajan. That's from my people over there on that island.
Correct.
That's my people. So I can say I'm a Geechee. Renee, you know you from South Carolina. Shirley, she ain't no Geechee. I don't know where she's from.
But I gotta give another a teammate that's on our team, sideline the baseline team, and Sharon.
Yeah, Miss Sharon.
Sharon looked out, and she's from New Orleans, so she helped me a little bit with the dialect, got me straight. I called her to run it past her, and she corrected me on some things and changed some words and had me not looking too crazy out there. She said, Kevin, it's just your drawl, though. I said, I can't get rid of that. That's what it is.
Hey, and you could tell, little boy, when you started doing it, first of all, they were like, what? And Ed's kind of hardest one to please, because
Right.
So I was like, I meant to tell you not to do it. Like, don't do it. Don't use Ed. Use somebody else. But it was too late. I was like, so I was watching him, and then he was trying to act up, and then that smile came. I'm like, what? And then Reggie was like, what? He was like, yeah, what? What is he doing? What? He just enjoyed it, man. He enjoyed it, man. He enjoyed it so much.
So moving along, man, all these conferences are starting to say, hey, we're only playing a conference schedule. And sorry, Shelly, but just like 80-10 told us, they following suit with her. They're canceling season. So HBCU, the MEAC, the SWAC, and I think the MEAC even said, hey, we canceling our fall sports, but y'all can do what you want. So that was great. You still can find some teams to play. Go ahead and play. But the ACC has taken a different approach. The ACC is taking a playing conference only approach. However, they're playing a 3-pod system. Shelly, talk to us about that system.
All right, let's see. Can you slide that down?
Which one?
Move it up. Okay.
Move it up.
So the pod, one proposal league athletic directors are considering is dividing the ACC's 15 schools. Traditional football, independent and partial conference member Notre Dame would be included into the 3 geographic pods of 5. Teams would play each pod rival twice, accounting for 8 games. The aim then would be, in concert with the SEC, to add a 9th and hopefully 10th contests for each school, preserving the 4 annual ACC, SEC in-state rivalries. That's the Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and Louisville, Kentucky. The pod idea is one that has been kicked around online for a while, and most people think it's a good one. The unique twist here is Notre Dame. Notre Dame is added to make it 3 pods of 5. Rather than playing several designated games outside of the pod, there will be a home and home contest against the teams in the pod. While playing the same team twice sounds terrible, retaining the games against the University of South Carolina and adding another, perhaps Georgia or Florida, makes up for it. So moving forward with this plan, would reduce travel for players, which is good, / travel costs for teams, that's good, and preserve the SEC rivalries. And, everybody wants that. If it is, there's a difference between football in the fall and Clemson fans never watching Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne in Clemson uniforms again. So, that's hard to object, either or. So it's great to hear the ACC and SEC are thinking creatively, which is different because most people are not thinking like that. The Big Ten is already off to going conference only. So now this is strictly from a Clemson standpoint. There's a big risk with the strength of the schedule if neither Notre Dame nor Louisville are in Clemson's pod. The Tigers lose their only 2 quality opponents. Florida State, Miami, and Georgia Tech would almost certainly be in Clemson's pod. But the 5th team is the kicker. Virginia Tech would make the most sense and would give Clemson a worthwhile team to face. Oh, that's pretty. You don't know what the other schools could do. They could step up. Goodness. One would imagine the 4 North Carolina schools would be in the pod together and go down. So here. Let me just tell you what they're proposing for the different pods. Okay, for one, it would be Clemson, Florida State, Miami, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech. Pod B, Notre Dame, Louisville, Syracuse, Pittsburgh, and Boston College. Then Pod C, UNC, NC State, Wake Forest, Duke, and Virginia. So,
hey, listen. So I love the idea. The genius of John Swofford just never ceases to amaze me. He's retiring too, by the way, after this season. Yeah. But he's one of those commissioners that jumped out ahead of everyone, bringing Miami in, bringing Virginia Tech in. He completely dismantled the Big East.
The Big East. He did.
Killed the conference. And now he's moving forward. And guess what he did? He looked at the NFL and say, man, y'all sure love this stuff.
Right.
That's all it is. It's NFL.
Right. It is. AFC, NFC, North, South, East. I mean, it is. It absolutely is. Why would you go back?
Right. And then watch this. So I was worried about this Notre Dame twist. Say,
Right.
come on, get us that money too, baby.
Right.
We gonna take that money because you got to think having Notre Dame involved in that gets that TV money, jacks it up again.
Right.
So you got them playing all your teams, and then you say SEC, y'all love them too. Well, we gonna make sure we play y'all too. This is amazing to me. He knows what he's doing, man. I don't know who we handing the what it is, the baton off.
Who's coming after?
But man, we gonna miss John Swafford.
Let me ask you a question. Is this going to curtail the coronavirus though?
Hey, look. So y'all know how I feel about it. I'm jumping and getting excited about the ideas of it all. How long it's gonna happen? Not very long. But I just love the idea. The fact that he put this together, to me, starts looking out forward and from this point and saying, hey, why they can't do this from now on? Maybe because, Mac Brown stepped out there a couple days, maybe 3-4 days ago and said, hey, the Power Five need their own commissioner and we need to completely pull away. We've been waiting on that forever. I said that move would happen about 10 years ago, so I'm still hanging in there on what I said. It's been way too late, but I think this is a great thing, and I think moving forward we should probably keep it like this.
Think it'll be easier for playoffs?
Now,
see the BCS and all that stuff. I think it'll set the tables up much easier, especially if the Power Five pulls away from it. Then they got their own thing anyway. But you'll have it just like the NFL. Those 2 conference games will alternate every year. You know what I mean?
What's your take? Your piece all turned up. What's your take?
What's my take? Okay, let me go. Let me deal with this. All right. So first of all, yeah, I think it's an excellent idea based on the circumstances, right? But however, it's only good as the paper is written on. And if I'm not misunderstanding, it's probably written on toilet paper, right? It's probably written on toilet paper, right? Because that coronavirus right now, it just show you right now, right? The MEAC, hey, they're smart. The HBCU, they're smart. Because what that reminds me, right? If we just think about it, right? When a black folk is in a horror movie, right? What they say?
You know what?
What we doing?
There you go again.
Hey, Lou, what are we doing? What we doing? Run! Get out! Run! Why you standing there for? See, that's why you getting killed. Run, right? We in the movie theater and we bringing wisdom, right? The MEAC said what? What the MEAC said? I'm out. Deuce. Yeah. Bye, Felicia. Bye.
The SWAC did as well. The CIAA did as well.
Exactly. Hey, remember what did I say when the Ivy League schools set up? They got all the research money. They do all that stuff, right? When they decided to leave, right? Because they took the first step when the whole coronavirus came, and it was the first one to cancel. Like, we out, right? And then everybody they got on them, and then what happened? They followed their lead. Right, because somebody, it's Utah Jazz, OKCU, where my man Rudy got infected, right? That shut everything down, and then it was a snowball effect. But the Ivy League schools, right, they took it. Now, what happened now? Fast rewind, same thing happened. Ivy League schools say, no, we through. Forget that. Bye, Felicia, right? Well, they didn't say bye, Felicia. They probably said some other term, right? We're out. Whatever.
Okay.
Right? Whatever they say. Dude, well, right? Give. Just like Ivy League follow suit. Say they cut. They actually they did some cuts too. They were like, you know what? This is a great opportunity for us to get rid of these sports that we didn't want anyway. Right? We out.
That's what Stanford did. Stanford took that opportunity to do that. They say,
Okay.
hey, we've been waiting on a reason to fire y'all anyway.
Right. We didn't want y'all anyway, right? We're smart. It's a great. They took it to another level. They was like, you know what? It's a great opportunity to make some cuts. We finally got the reason why. Yeah. Now, HBCU. Hey, the first lady told you already. We ain't got time for that.
I know.
Jason going, we out. The coronavirus is like being in a horror movie.
Okay.
No, we out. Bye.
Okay, we're smart.
Right?
HBCUs
So now,
are smart.
hold on.
Really
So now we SEC. Hey, no, hang on. SEC, ACC, right? We're in the South, bigger than that, where football is a religion.
Absolutely.
It's a religion.
Absolutely.
So I'm not surprised that
they trying to make
it happen.
Make it happen. Oh yeah.
Hey, and if you got to sacrifice somebody to move to get it going, hey, by all means.
They do
it. Hey, we love you. Hey, I'm sorry. It just happened.
Move the drill. Move the drill.
Move it up. Let's go. Let's keep it going, right? Because it's a religion. It's a religion.
So you're saying you have to sacrifice somebody.
I'm telling you.
In the South, they're saying sacrifice those that are on the field.
I'm telling you better believe
it. They gonna have his number on their jersey.
Exactly.
Sacrifice.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just not. Hey, it's not a black thing. It's not a black thing.
What percentage is out there?
Listen, but Shelly, it ain't a black thing. It ain't a white thing. It's a football in the South.
It's definitely a football thing.
It's a football in the South thing. You just don't miss no game, right? Hey, you go to. Hey, listen. No, but listen. No, don't do that.
That's my opinion.
No, but don't cry wolf like that. That's what I'm saying. You correct me last time. Don't do that.
That's my opinion.
It's your opinion, but don't do that. It ain't got nothing to do with color.
Sticking with it.
Ain't got. Hey, listen.
I'm sticking with it.
No matter if you go to a white church or a black church in the South on a Sunday. Hey, Pastor, can we have 2 services, an early service? Because that game coming on. And the pastor be like, that's why I want to move early service. You just come to Sunday school, you come in there, and we'll be out, right?
I told him it was a money thing, Ma.
Hey, it's money, but also football is a religion in the South. It's money, but don't get it twisted, right, K-Lou? We're from the South. Football, bro.
Hey, look, Shelly.
I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Football is a religion with the Buckeyes. It is. Right. All my Buckeyes out there, let them know football is a religion.
We agree. We agree, Shelly.
I don't agree with that.
No, listen, MB, she's right for them. Just the difference with the South is everybody, like all the states, feel the same way about it. That's the difference. Instead of it just being one school like that, in the South, everybody feels that way, and that's why we got all these creative ways of them trying to figure out, man, we'll just scrimmage. It's gonna boil down to, man, we'll just go out there and scrimmage each other and televise that. I'm telling you, they're not gonna try to take it up.
And you're right, it is money. Money does play a big part of it, but it's a religion, right? And then the last thing, moving forward with this schedule.
Now, Adam said Michigan football is a religion.
Correct, Shelly, but we're talking about an entire region versus a school or two.
You talking about Michigan?
No, but I said Oklahoma. That because he said I wouldn't understand. But I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, where Ohio State football is a religion. Absolutely.
So I'll explain this. Let me help you, LB, because you got to go sleep around this. So let me help you.
You're right.
hey, look, Shelly. So around here, the little leagues, I'm talking about 4, 5, and 6-year-olds have been practicing this entire time.
No doubt.
Who in Columbus doing that? I said 4, 5, and 6-year-olds on up. So that's the difference MB and I are talking about. We're talking about it's way before you get to college. They crying on Facebook about they canceled one of the divisions, canceled their season, MB. So you know what the other league said? Bring them out here. We still playing.
Yeah. Exactly.
We need your kids.
Exactly. Hey, and then K-Lou, see, Ohio, now don't get into it. Like Florida, we good at other sports, but football is the predominant sport, right?
Correct.
When you go to Ohio, football is like football and basketball is on that same plane. It's on that same level.
Man, we don't even know where basketball lives down here.
That's what I'm saying. In the South, like we got some cats that play basketball. Vince Carter, got Vernon Maxwell, guys in the past, right? But it ain't twisted in the South, right? Football is number one in the whole region, in the South region. Ohio, Michigan, you got football, you got basketball, you got track, all that like equal, But in Florida, football. You run track because of what? Football. You heard it on there. In the South, you run track because of what? Football. Those guys on the show on Friday, some of those guys could have went to the Olympics. Well, Marshall Faulk ran a 10-3 coming out of high school. 10-3, 100 meters coming out of high school. And he told you what type of school he went to. He was probably running in Chuck Taylors, because I know I was, right? I ain't have no track shoes. I was running Chuck Taylors, right? So I guarantee you, he would have, if he'd have kept it, he could have been a sub-10 guy easy, right? Reggie Wayne, not even a track guy, ran 21 something in 200 meters. I mean, those guys, man, Ed Reed, javelin.
Tell him, Uncle Billy.
I'm telling you. So football I'm just saying football in the South, Bear Bar, Alabama, all that. Hey, it's a religion in it.
Uncle Billy, it ain't the 70s and 80s no more, bro.
Uncle Billy, tell him. It's always their religion.
Hey, this how I argue with anybody about football. Pull up the NFL rosters or pull up the collegiate rosters, and that tells the story.
Guess what
Harbaugh trying to get guys?
No, but y'all play year round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all get to play year round. We're not playing year round in Columbus, Ohio, just because it's cold.
I know.
But
we play year round because of the weather. We play year round because it's a religion. That's why. That's what.
But I get that. But you're talking about that they're coming to look for. They're coming to look for because you guys are better.
I know, but I'm just saying though.
He's trying to tell you why, though.
I'm telling you why.
I understand that.
That's right. The 305, baby, Dade County.
Jerome.
Dade County, Jerome. That's right. 305, baby. 305, 954, all that.
I truly believe if in Columbus, Ohio, if in Ohio and Michigan, if we had hot weather year round, it would level the playing field.
We'll still run up the scope.
I'm not disagreeing, right? But the fact is, you don't.
Whatever.
So when you think about, like, we talking about Power 5, right? Let's talk about this, right? When you talking about strong recruiting grounds, because recruiting is lifeline.
Oh, mommy, tell him. My mama said, where did slavery start? In the South.
No doubt. That's all right. It's okay. We did. I mean, but we had to.
It might not have started in the South.
Mommy, it didn't start there.
It didn't start there.
In the South, but you would have thought it started in the South.
Hey, I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. What are you trying to say? I'm just kidding.
I was about to say something, but then,
no, exactly.
then it would take me back to one of his.
Exactly. So don't do it.
Back to one of his
comments. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, so listen. When you talk about recruiting ground, right? You talking about Florida, you talking about Texas, you talking about California, right? Major recruiting ground, right? Then arguably you put in there Georgia, Louisiana, and then Ohio. Those schools, they're battling for those final two spots. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about recruiting by players, man. But hey, Florida, Texas,
California,
those are the big three.
We don't even talk about after that. We don't talk about it. Florida, Texas, California, and then it's the rest of y'all.
Yeah. Well, hey, but the Louisiana, man, I remember we was some statistics when I was in college and talking about Louisiana, about the players. Like, it's like amazing. I'm talking about, man, when we're at our heyday, right? Miami, right? We had players on our team, obviously from Florida. We had guys from Texas, Louisiana, and surprisingly, New Jersey. That Jersey area, man, we had some guys, and then we got some sprinkle guys from California and throughout. But that was a major recruiting ground for us. Now, I mean, but Georgia, Florida, I mean, you look at teams, areas that sleeping giants, it start with recruiting. And man, it's Louisiana's a sleeping giant. And you see why they won the SEC championship. They got some players there, man. They got some national championship. Excuse me.
Right, they
Wow.
won the SEC. They won the national.
I think we'll go to one more topic because we only did one, y'all. One more topic. Should coaches take a pay cut as we're starting to talk about college? And they're already starting to set up furlough schedules for professors and taking money away from them, while college coaches are making, Dabo, I think he's at 9.2 or something. Yeah, like and Nick Saban's like 8.9 million, and it just goes. I think the next one is Harbaugh. Harbaugh's about 7.5.
Oh, they make it. Nah, so, we ain't talking about pesos.
No.
We talking about American dollars.
No.
Some Ben Franklin, some George Washington, all of them, some dead presidents. We ain't talking about pesos.
Okay. Be real.
We ain't talking about pesos.
Okay.
No pesos.
So the question is, should they be taking pay cuts, MB?
Yeah, why not? I mean, right now they're the largest expense on the school payroll, right? They're the largest. So why wouldn't? I mean, why? Especially if there's no football as well, right? So
they break up their contracts, MB, though.
I know some
doesn't put all of it.
No doubt. Some of it is by sponsorship money, right?
Correct.
Or the deals they have with the Nike and Adidas and Reebok and all those deals, right? Then some of the funding come from private funding, from the boosters and stuff like that. So, and then obviously some come from the boosters help pay the contract, help pay the school contract based on the booster.
But you're still saying that whatever's coming from the school should be reduced.
Yeah. I'm saying it's yes, no doubt.
What if nothing is coming from the school?
No, it is good.
Always coming from the school.
Yeah, the school's got to pay. The school's got to pay. I don't have no problem with them taking a pay cut, because right now, obviously, everybody's affected. We holler about being a team, right? And no different. If the players are student athletes, right? The coaches are employees of the university. So they're not exempt from what's going on. And and they understand, man, this thing is affecting everybody. When one suffer, they all suffer. So if they don't take a pay cut, then who's going to get the bump? Who's going to be affected the most, right? The professors, right? The essential workers at the universities, they're going to have to make pay cut, They're going to have to, you see it like in the NBA, right? I mean, you see guys said, because when it first started happening and the NBA season halt, some of those guys, and I don't want to do roll call because I don't want to give credit to credit to the wrong person, but I read where NBA players where they took care and they paid for the salaries of the workers at the stadium.
Well, one player in particular, I remember that article too.
Was it Kevin Love? I don't know. I know it was some players that they did that, man. And so it was a gesture because, and the same thing, man, it's some people behind the scenes, right? Those cafeteria workers, those people at the bookstore. Like, hey, Lou, you told me about the story when you were doing the relationship.
Yeah.
Man,
I had great relationships with
it's some those behind the scenes, the secretaries at the administrative assistants. Man, they are the lifeline of the program, and they keep it going. That they put that mother touch to it, man.
Absolutely.
Price. Yeah. The people in the cafeteria, man. The people, man. They. I mean, so I'm gonna take a pay cut with those people in mind. And I'm going to make sure, I don't mind taking a pay cut, but here's where I want that money to go to.
So let me ask you a question.
And to those teachers, man, because let me say this, and to those professors, right? Those student professors, those adjuncts and maybe ain't certified, where we have.
They make the school go round.
Yeah, because when we have.
Make it work.
No doubt, when we have recruit visits, recruits come in, it's a team effort. Man, we have those academic advisors, those professors. man, they go out their way, man, just to come talk to the student athlete. So if I'm a if I'm a football coach and I got to take a pay cut, I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to take a pay cut, but I want to earmark where this money's going to go.
Okay, well, Renee said professors choose their profession. Don't complain because you knew the salary going in, but football also makes the money.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, Renee, my girl, that's exactly where I was going with it. Let me just talk to y'all about numbers. 200. Hey, look, from athletic program, and I didn't break it out of football because football didn't make it this simple. But we all know where this money coming from. Majority of it. With these conference deals and schools getting over $30 million per school, just from TV deals.
TV money,
yeah. So total revenue for Texas, $223 million. A&M, $212 million. Ohio State, $210 million. Listen, these athletic budgets, they don't care. Listen, they are their own entity, y'all. They paid, and they getting this every year. These teams, football-wise, when you go into the numbers, they're making $20 to $50 million a year.
Okay. Are they sharing that money with the school, or is that just in?
Yeah, the school. So the athletic department is its own entity. They actually, I don't know if you guys remember when they took these furloughs and stuff before. Clemson was one of the programs their athletic department gave to the school.
So let me ask you this.
So these coaches shouldn't take a pay cut for nothing unless they just want to give back to charity.
Okay, now, well, let me ask you this, Kalu. Let me ask you this. It says, because I'm reading this article, and it talked about the highest paid football coaches. And so let's take Dabo. He makes He made 9 million last year. It said 4.4% of athletic revenue from university and student fees.
Oh yeah.
So if you got money from there, then you done made. If the program is making that much money, why are you taking money from university student fees?
You know why? Okay, the simple reason is that's why these kids applying to these colleges. If you look at the success of the athletics program, you will see the applications rise as the programs get more and more popular. Kids want to be around winners, so they go to schools that, Duke is a big school for that. Obviously, with the basketball program, they want to go there because the basketball program is good. Miami, the football program. Alabama, the football program. The better they get, the more they get increase in applications. So, and I even go a step further. These smaller schools, NAIAs, D2 schools, D3 schools. Guess what? Pull up one of their rosters on the football team. MB, they had like 200 players on the roster. You know why? Because 60% of the darn little school, they have 800 kids going to the university, 1,000 kids going to the university, and guess what? 600 of them are athletes because they're using the athletic programs to help fund the whole university. So athletics run the show, period, even on a smaller scale.
All right, I got it now. Renee, she talked in my language. She said, how that line goes, you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. These coaches work 15 to 20-hour days. They're missing time from their family. Professors going home. They'll still be able to work from home. Okay, my whole stance has changed because I have lived with a collegiate coach. You know what? They don't have to take a pay cut. I'm sorry. My whole stance has changed, especially if all the money is coming from football. My stance has changed unless it's affecting the other people that y'all was talking about. But I have lived with the coach. I know what it is to recruit 365 days a year. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is for them 15, 20-hour days. I know what it is for them to miss everything. You right. Pay them.
MB would have gave his money back, Shelly. MB would have gave his money back, though. He had said he wanted the coaches to give back.
No, hold on. No. Hey, listen. Hold on.
Renee, I forgot. I had a brain fart, Renee. I forgot.
Hold on. What did I say? I said the head coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't say nobody assistant coach. I said head coach. I see they can get back 10%. But I ain't saying assistant coaches. Hey, you better put that money in the bag. You know what I'm here. You know why I'm here. Don't take my money.
Oh, man.
Coach.
Right. You be
So
around
make
here,
sure-
parenting around here. Come on now.
Yeah. Because assistant coaches, only a few places where they get paid a whole bunch of money, but still, all right, they work. Hey, listen, college
They work
coaches.
their butt off.
Hey, listen, college coaches are worth
Every penny.
every penny that they get, especially HBCU, because they doing way more. They gotta be the weight training spaces. They gotta be everything, right? So they're worth every penny that they get a college coach. Because you look at it in the NFL, right? Not saying they ain't worth their money, but hey, it's a different mindset. Because once the season over in the NFL, the season, like, they're good. They not grinding.
And that's not college.
College.
The season
Once the
is
season,
never over.
you play that game on that Saturday, you know where you at on that Sunday? You on recruiting.
Wait, but you didn't lose on a Saturday.
Hey,
You come Saturday night after the game.
Right.
Hey, you on that phone. You on that phone, texting and everything.
You on call. Just think about for you people who know how to be on call, you on call because you sitting with your family, but you get a call from that 5-star recruit from California who just get home, and you're like, oh, I got to get it. And when you pick up that phone, all eyes are looking at you like, boy, I dare you to pick up that phone. I'm out, you know, and you're like,
and then you be like, I gotta take
take
this call.
Man, listen, football, because of recruiting, is year round. And then you listen, in high school, who responsible for the kids? The parents. Mm-hmm. In the pros, who responsible for the players? The players. But in college, who responsible if that player mess up? The coaches. You guarantee Renee will be right there at the coach, whoever coach your son go to. Boy, then you tell me you was gonna take care of my son, right?
Oh yeah.
Coaches, look, college coaches, you deserve as much money you can get. Don't you ain't gotta take no pay cut. Assistant coaches, head coaches, you can, but assistant coaches, no way. Tell them, bye, Felicia.
And I think that's a great ending point, man. Thank y'all for getting involved. Thank you for directing and running the show. We really appreciate all our ballers out there. We appreciate y'all ballers. Continue to pull up on us, come through, holler at us because I know you know us. We appreciate you each and every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday nights, man. We love y'all, Sideline.
Hold on. You see Renee. Renee said you'll catch some hands. Hey, I'm paid, but you still catch some hands, huh, Renee? Talking about take a pay cut.
Yeah. we sure appreciate y'all, man.
No
we love y'all. And MB.
No, hey, I appreciate you. Hey, what we got right now, we're trying to figure out the show that's coming up. Hey, but it's gonna be awesome. Trust me on that, man. It's gonna be awesome. K-Lou, man, once again, great job. Outstanding job, man. Keep doing your thing. And then this dude, Rain, we don't know what you talking about. I don't know if it's a girl, guy, but Rain, we praying for you. Son, I don't know what's going on, but hey, look to Jesus, all right? Because I hear it's talking about the temple, forget. So, Rain, we got you. We're going to pray for you, okay, Rain? We got you, all right? It's going to be all right. I don't know who messing with Rain, but y'all leave Rain alone, all right? Y'all leave him alone. Y'all stop messing with him. All right, we got you. We out.
Sideline, the baseline with MB, K-Lou, and Shelly.
No, brown sugar.
I ain't doing it. I ain't a part of that. We love y'all and we are gone.